What's up?
There are 3 things you can watch forever: fire burning, water falling, and animals. The life of our furry friends is very interesting and diverse. Sometimes they can be so cute that you just want to give up whatever you are doing and pet these little adorable fuzzy guys all day long.
Because I love animals, stupid.
So do we. In today's video, we're going to talk about bizarre features that make some animals super powerful and interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot to look forward to. Despite being only 6 inches, pound for pound, this monster packs the biggest punch in the natural world. This is the Peacock Mantis shrimp, Mike Tyson of the animal kingdom. He's neither a shrimp nor a mantis. This little guy has borrowed its name from mantis due to the fact that the second pair of limbs are greatly enlarged and shaped like the large grasping forelimbs of the praying mantid. Called sea locusts by ancient Assyrians, prawn killers in Australia, and now sometimes referred to as thumb splitters.
Oh my god!
Because of the animal's ability to inflict painful wounds if handled incautiously. Mantis shrimps have powerful raptorial that are used to attack and kill prey either by spearing, stunning, or dismembering. A deadly hunter, having the ability to move fast. Armed with the most sophisticated vision of any predator on Earth, these beautiful creatures have bulging compound eyes, which seems unreal. They have more color receptors than we do. With the help of these big eyes, they detect wavelengths of light varying from infrared to ultraviolet spectra. Their eyes work independently and together to have a better vision of the prey. When near a target, it unloads the ace of his sleeve, hammer claws. Its spring-loaded clubs strike 50 times faster than we can even blink. Some fascinating facts about these deadly predators: they communicate using their brightly colored body parts. This feature of bioluminescence helps the shrimp to mark its territory. These colorful creatures use their bright colors to attract females. It would not be wrong in saying that mantis shrimps are super survivors because of their eyes that have evolved perfectly to adapt to their surroundings in the deep ocean. Master of disguise and ambush. This is tentacled snake. This monster derives its name from the 2 appendages perched on the tip of its nose. Its remarkable strategy of catching prey has become the subject of study in the wild. It camouflages itself by holding a pose that resembles a dead tree branch. As an unsuspecting fish swims nearby the snake, it swings into action and swallows the fish as a whole. It happens so quickly that the fish is unable to protect itself from the wrath of the deadly hunter. But when viewed at 2,000 frames per second, about 100 times the speed of the standard film, the snake's strategy becomes clearer. It uses a quick flick of its body to startle the fish, crawling it toward its head and then into its mouth. The snake exploits a reflex that normally helps fish to evade capture. By flicking its tail, it gives a signal to the fish to adopt a defensive C shape, which allows the fish to move away from anything trying to grab or bite. The 2 large nerves on either side of the body, called Mouthner neurons, react to pressure waves and involuntarily cause the fish to move in the opposite direction most of the time. This mechanism works in the fish's favor, but the tentacled snake creates a false wave, causing the fish to dart in the wrong direction and straight into its waiting jaws. The unusual tentacles that give the snake its name are actually highly evolved motion detectors, perfectly tuned to the movement of the fish. They let the snake detect the food even in murky, silty water. They are a feature that strikes fear and sometimes fang into the heart of the fish. This ugly-looking amphibian is the perfect dessert for scientists who are researching tissue regeneration. But we're not going to discuss that ability of our little superhero. The most interesting thing about this little amphibian is that it is the real-world Wolverine from X-Men. Yes, you heard it right. They spend their days munching on small prey, like insects and worms, and sometimes even plants when prey is scarce. Sounds quite chilling. But when they're threatened by a predator, well, they basically become the nude version of Wolverine. The pointy end of their ribs poke out of their skin to stab anything that's trying to mess with it. They do this by arching their backs and rotating their ribs forward, which stretches the skin over the rib ends until they just slide on through. And the places where the ribs poke out through the skin are marked with bright orange warts or bumps that stand out against the rest of the newt's skin. It also shares another superpower of Wolverine, which is super healing. It can heal those tiny punctures within days, and it's a minor thing for it, as it can grow limbs within weeks. These soft critters are also astronauts. They've been to space on at least 17 different missions. Wolverine, by the way, has also been to space a number of times, so the comparisons keep coming. So the Iberian rib newt can stab things with its skeleton, heal and regenerate tissues like a pro, and has been to space multiple times. The superpower list is yet to be finished. These little animals also have toxins in them. When the newt starts getting agitated enough and deploy its pointy ribs, it secretes a poisonous substance from glands on its neck, back, sides, and tail. Between its spiky ribs and its poisonous coating, the newt makes itself into a very unappetizing snack for predators. Our next contender is a prehistoric bird that looks like it wants to murder you in your dreams. That's probably why its gaze is affectionately nicknamed Death Stare. Known as Shoebill, due to the unusual shape of its bill, this bizarre bird found meme fame because of its bone-chilling stare. Of all the possible names, how on earth is it called the Shoebill? Monster Face would be better, or Death Pelican, or literally the most frightening bird on Earth. Scientists often refer to shoebills as living dinosaurs. They evolved from carnivorous dinosaurs called theropods, the same group as the colossal Tyrannosaurus rex. Over time, shoebills traded their sharp teeth and snouts for their large, distinctive beaks. These oddly shaped beaks are the bird's most striking feature and remind us of a Dutch clog shoe. Their bills are large, and they are so strong that an adult shoebill can decapitate a baby crocodile. Shoebill's diet includes baby alligators, lumpfish, eels, catfish, Nile monitor lizards, snakes, and many more. Thank God. The menu of shoebill doesn't include humans. Its technique to hunt is simple, yet effective. It waits for its prey to approach and then lunges and scoots the meal into the huge bill. It shakes its head back and forth to get rid of the debris that it may have collected while catching its prey. At this point, it's all over but the swallowing. Another striking feature of these birds is that they produce machine gun-like sounds. The shoebills engage in bill clattering, which they use as a greeting and also during nesting. This is what creates the startling machine gun-like sounds they are known for. Go down by the shoreline, turn over a rock, and you're likely to find this: a maritime earwig. Now, don't get stuck on their name. Earwigs are not interested in your ear. These are ground-dwelling organisms. The name of these insects originated from the appearance of their hindwings, which are unique and distinctive among insects and resemble a human ear when unfolded. A glance at the insect would not suggest that they have wings that together are twice the size of their bodies. Though it does not fly quite often, it is equipped with origami-like wings. Intricately folded beneath the much smaller leathery forewings, the rear wings are remarkably compact and are not visible until the insect raises the rear of its body. By flapping the exposed rear wings, the earwig causes them to unfold, which requires such a vigorous and sustained effort that the insect needs to anchor itself on a leaf or a twig until the wings completely unfold. The open wings lock into place and remain stable without the use of muscle power. Instead, the insect's elastic spring-like wing joint allows this stability. Researchers hope to unlock the secret of the earwig's wings. They believe this will have many important technological applications, including folded tents, maps, and foldable electronics. Unfortunately, an attempt to comprehend the unfolding of the wings by using origami-like folding procedures failed, because the wings do not fold at a single crease, as paper does. But this insect will remain the little falcon. You must have seen the cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants, every teen's lucky to go animation, often found in memes. The main character is a childish, joyful, and clumsy yellow sea sponge, not the one used in the kitchen. Does this also look the same in real life? When people think of a sponge, they usually imagine something like a cleaning sponge for washing the dishes or for washing the car. Cleaning sponges are synthetic these days, but they used to come from the ocean. Depending on the species, sponges can be many different shapes, sizes, and colors. Some are tubular, while others are encrusting, branching, or boring. Sponges are brainless animals. Yes, you heard it right. Although modern sponges are brainless animals, some scientists believe that this was not always the case. These marine invertebrates may once have had, if not true brains, something similar to them. They discarded their neurons during the evolutionary process. This was an advantage for them because feeding a brain is utterly time-wasting for a sponge. Without brains, sponges need a lot less energy, and since sponges can passively acquire nutrients by filter feeding, a nervous system wouldn't be an asset to their survival. This subject remains controversial among scientists. Some say they never developed neurons, while some say the useless spine brain disappeared. And that's all for today. Be sure to comment below what you like the most, or those that you haven't seen on the list. We'll be very interested to read.